Jesus washes the disciples' feet, after which Jesus identifies his betrayer. And now with supper and the sacrament being ended, the devil having now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot to betray him, Jesus arose from supper and laid aside his garments, and took a towel and girded himself. After that, Jesus poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet, and to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was girded. Then came he to Simon Peter, and Peter said unto him, Lord, are you going to wash my feet? And Jesus answered and said unto him, What I do now in washing your feet, you will not understand, but one day you will. Then Peter said, Lord, you will never wash my feet. And Jesus answered Peter, If I do not wash your feet now, then you will have no part with me from this moment forward. Then Peter said unto him, Lord, then not only my feet, but my hands and my head also. Then Jesus said to Peter, I wash your feet as a reminder to you that now you are clean every whit, and you are clean, but not all. For Jesus knew who should betray him. Therefore he said, You are not all clean. And Jesus said to Judas, Yea, mine own familiar friend, in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, hath lifted up his heel against me. Your habitation, the field of blood, will be desolate, and no man will dwell therein. So after Jesus had washed the feet of his disciples, and had taken his garments, and was set down again, Jesus then prophesied and said, One of you shall betray me. Then the disciples looked at each other, wondering of whom he spake. And they began to ask one another among themselves, which one of them it was that should do this thing. And they began to be sorrowful, and to say unto him one by one, Lord, is it I? And another would say, Lord, is it I? Now there was leaning on Jesus' bosom one of his disciples, whom Jesus loved. Peter therefore beckoned to him, that he should ask Jesus who it should be that would betray him. Now therefore John asked Jesus, Lord, who is it? And Jesus answered and said, He it is to whom I shall give a piece of bread dipped in oil. And when Jesus had dipped the bread in the oil, he gave it to Judas Iscariot. Judas Iscariot is the betrayer. Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? And Jesus said to him, Thou hast said. And after Judas had taken the bread, Satan entered into him. Then said Jesus unto Judas, What you have planned to do quickly. But no one at the table knew for what reason Jesus said this to Judas Iscariot. For some thought, because Judas had the money box, that Jesus had said to him, Buy those things we need for the feast, or that he, Judas, should give something to the poor. Judas, then having received the bread and oil, went immediately out, and it was now night. Therefore when Judas was gone out, Jesus said, Now is the Son of Man glorified, and God is glorified in him.